Examine the harsh conditions and staggering mortality rates on sugar plantations in the Caribbean and Americas, where enslaved workers were forced to labor in brutal conditions, leading to the deaths of millions. Between 1,492 and 1,820, over 12 million enslaved Africans were forcibly brought to the Americas to work on sugar plantations. Sugar plantations were notorious for their brutal conditions, with workers facing physical abuse, malnutrition, and disease. In Barbados, a sugar-producing island, the average life expectancy of an enslaved worker was just 7 years in the 17th century. Sugar production was so lucrative that it fueled the transatlantic slave trade, with European powers competing for control. Remember Michael Jordan's legendary flu game in the 1997 NBA Finals, where he scored 38 points despite being severely ill with flu-like symptoms? Michael Jordan's flu game occurred in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. Jordan woke up that morning with a 103 degrees Fahrenheit fever, nausea, and severe fatigue. Despite his illness, Jordan scored 38 points, including the game winner with 25 seconds left. The Chicago Bulls won the game 90-88 inches triple overtime, taking a 3-2 series lead. Jordan's trainer, Tim Grover, had to help him get dressed and onto the court that night. The flu game is widely regarded as one of the most iconic performances in sports history. Nokia was once the leading mobile phone manufacturer, but it failed to adapt to the smartphone revolution and lost billions. Nokia dominated the mobile phone market in the early 2000s, holding over 40% market share. In 2007, Nokia's CEO, Olli-Pekka Kallasvuo, dismissed the iPhone as a threat, calling it expensive and niche. Nokia's Symbian operating system, used in its smartphones, was clunky and outdated, leading to poor user experience. In 2010, Nokia's market value plummeted by 75% due to its failure to adapt to the smartphone revolution. Nokia's partnership with Microsoft in 2011 to use Windows Phone OS was too little, too late, and ultimately failed. In 2014, Microsoft acquired Nokia's mobile device division for $7.2 billion, marking the end of Nokia's mobile phone era. Watch as we count down the top 5 teams with the most red cards in FIFA history, featuring notorious teams like Argentina and Brazil during their intense matches. Argentina has received the most red cards in FIFA World Cup history, with a total of 44 ejections. Brazil follows closely with 41 red cards, often due to intense rivalries with Argentina. The 2018 World Cup saw a record 22 red cards, with Uruguay and Spain contributing to the tally. Cameroon holds the record for most red cards in a single World Cup, with 7 ejections in 1990. French defender Marcel Desailly holds the record for most red cards in World Cup history with 2. A staggering 75% of red cards are given to defenders, highlighting their intense battles on the pitch. Get an inside look at Tiger Woods' iconic pre-shot routine, which includes a specific sequence of movements that help him focus and get into the zone before every shot. Tiger Woods' pre-shot routine is a carefully crafted sequence of movements to focus his mind and body. He takes 3 to 5 deep breaths to calm his nerves and slow down his heart rate before every shot. Tiger aligns his club face with the target, then takes a small step back to reassess the shot. He realigns the club face, takes a consistent stance, and makes a precise waggle to maintain control. This ritual helps Tiger filter out distractions, build confidence, and execute shots with precision and power. Tiger's pre-shot routine has remained largely unchanged throughout his career, a testament to its effectiveness. Uncover the complexities of lupus, a disease that affects 5 million people worldwide, causing joint pain and skin rashes, with expert insights from Dr. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects approximately 5 million people worldwide. The disease causes the immune system to attack healthy tissues, leading to inflammation and damage. Joint pain and skin rashes are the most common symptoms of lupus, but it can affect any part of the body. Lupus is 9 times more likely to affect women than men, especially during childbearing years. There is no single test to diagnose lupus, making it a challenging condition to identify and treat. While there is no cure for lupus, early diagnosis and treatment can help manage symptoms and prevent complications. Explore how players in Dark Souls use psychological tactics like social proof and conformity to cope with frustration while waiting in online multiplayer queues, and how this impacts their gaming experience. Dark Souls online multiplayer queues can last up to several hours, causing frustration and anxiety in players. To cope, players use social proof, joining queues with many players to feel a sense of comfort and reassurance. Conformity tactics are also employed, as players mimic others' behaviors, such as using specific gestures or messages, to fit in. These psychological tactics can lead to a sense of community and shared experience among players in the queue. However, they can also create a false sense of hope, leading to further frustration when the queue doesn't move. Witness the crazy game between Claypole and Victoriano Arenas in 2011, where a record 36 red cards were given out. In 2011, a chaotic soccer match broke records for most red cards issued. The intense game was between Claypole and Victoriano Arenas in Argentina. A staggering 36 red cards were given out, shocking players and spectators. The massive ejection led to a 20-minute delay to restore order on the field. The referee, Damian Rubino, faced intense scrutiny for his dramatic card issuance. The match ultimately ended 1-1, but its infamous record still stands today. Witness the remarkable journey of Ryu Seung-min, a South Korean table tennis player who upset the Chinese dynasty to win gold in the 2004 Athens Olympics. Ryu Seung-min, a South Korean table tennis player, won gold in the 2004 Athens Olympics at just 21 years old. Prior to his Olympic victory, Ryu was ranked 36th in the world, a massive underdog against Chinese dominance. Ryu's upset victory was attributed to his unorthodox playing style, which included a unique serve and aggressive forehand. In the gold medal match, Ryu defeated Wang Lichin, a three-time world champion, in a thrilling 7-game comeback. Ryu's Olympic win marked the first time a non-Chinese player had won the men's singles title since 1992. Did you know Tiger Woods won 11 amateur tournaments, including 3 U.S. amateur titles, before turning pro? Tiger Woods won 11 amateur tournaments before turning pro, a record that still stands today. At 18, Tiger became the youngest winner of the U.S. Amateur Championship in 1994. He won 3 consecutive U.S. amateur titles from 1994 to 1996, a feat no one has matched. Tiger's amateur career spanned just 3 years, from 1994 to 1996, before he turned pro. During his amateur career, Tiger was named the NCAA First-Team All-American in 1996. Tiger's incredible amateur success earned him the Jack Nicklaus Award in 1996.